I am so tired of all of the shit I have to go through. Stream on YouTube. I the multi-streaming thing is just so consistently absolutely nightmarish. Um and it has made everything impossible. Um I there's got to be a better way. Anyway, okay. Hello again, stream. Welcome back to this. Um uh as previously stated, we are in a shitty space buns and no makeup era, which is phenomenal. And we are going to. So I'm not going to do the trailer. I'll watch the trailer eventually. Maybe I'll watch the trailer after I watch the music video. I don't know. We'll deal with that later. Um. And then no, stop. Go away. We will. I'm going to pull up the unhinged lore theory board, and we're going to do our unhinged lore shenanigans because I'm already, as some of you know, very, very proud of how aggressively correct I am about my unhinged lore. Um, uh, and so we're gonna do some of that. Things on YouTube should be up and functioning now, which is great for me. Yeah, so let's do this. If you haven't watched it yet and you don't want this to be your first experience watching it, go watch it first. Otherwise, let's run it. God, there's too many fucking puns I can make about this damn. Okay. Okay. Fair enough, YouTube algorithm. Fair enough. What unhinged? Oh, woot unhinged lore. I thought you said what unhinged lore, and I was like, my unhinged lore. We know how this works. Come on now, cat. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this the way we normally do, which is one watch through where I say nothing, so that I don't pause 1,000 times. Because then we're going to go through frame by frame, as is very important, and do unhinged lore analysis. Sorry, I do need to pause once because I forgot that my quality is on super low because of wrong things. And I can't have that. And I do want subtitles, but I don't want them with the background color of blue because that will be incorrect. I'm going to scream. Why is this pausing? Why? Why is this pausing? Why? 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 What is happening? Why is this pausing? This isn't what I asked for. This isn't what I wanted. I didn't request this. don't don't do this to me. I just reset my internet. I don't want this. I'm going to scream and cry. We're gonna go back because this is an unacceptable reality.
고난과 역경이 drain me, feel me. 전부 다 챙겨 그 많은 부분 전부 change. 안개는 내게 여태까지 그래왔던 것처럼 we're gonna make it. All my life I've been fighting this and fighting that. 시련 속에서도 계속. All this time I ain't looking back. I won't collapse. Head high right now we go. Oh oh oh. Running everywhere, all around the world. Just gonna stand up. I'm putting my hands up. 저 하늘 향해서. We're rising, no fade out. Across the world, spread out. If you feel it, hands up. 저 하늘 향해서. Come on.
Oh, there's more. Is it just spiraling for a long time, or is there more and more? Okay. 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 I have similar potato. Okay, I listen. I am not. Oh, how we feel about the belt, potato. I didn't notice a belt. I'm gonna be honest. We are not at that level of minutia yet, my friend. We'll get there, I'm sure. Okay. What I really like about Hyunjin's vocals, not just like him finding like where he's sitting himself, but they've pitched up some of the, I mean, we didn't really get like a deep voice, like a really like resonant lower Felix. And I think a couple of them might have been a little bit higher than usual. I feel like they did a really good job of the vocals that usually join with Hyunjin's vocals were adjusted to continue to have the same like the similar pairing of vocalities, um, even though like where his voice is sitting is sort of changing. Um, uh, okay, we're at a lot of thoughts. Um, okay, okay. I'm gonna close this door. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so loud. My window is open because it's so hot. Um, it's currently 78 degrees in Seattle and 9:30. Um, but I forget that that makes it really loud to shut the door. So I need to open up my unhinged lore board. Um, as we go through. Where the fuck is this window capture on my goddamn Miro? Okay. Uh so we're gonna open up my unhinged lore board for various things. But I mean I've got a lot of thoughts in general. I think for me, this is a song I'm gonna have to get used to, which I felt the same way about Ceremony. I 100% actually, what I'm not gonna have to get used to it for is as a tour theme song, right? As a tour theme song, it works very, very well. And I think that this happens actually with a lot of skiz music. Something that I often remind people about when they're having a hard time with a song um, is that Stray Kids works really hard to make their music very performance um, like oriented. And so a lot of times songs that people have a hard time with, if you imagine how it's used in a performance or in a concert, it becomes a lot more approachable in many ways. And I kind of, as I was listening to the song, which again, I don't know, I think a lot of times there are songs that I don't really expect to be on my like high replay list that end up being high replay anyway, or like remixes of them I'll end up really liking or things like that. There are parts of the song I really really like, but I think the like the main like I am not as much of just like anthemy person. It kind of reminds me of Mountains in that way. I really, really like Mountains as a performance song. I'm less into Mountains as like a song I just listened to. Um, the visuals are incredible. And there's actually a lot of stuff that they did with the especially the melodies that I really like. Um, I there was so much happening that I really barely feel like I actually have any idea what was going on there. I don't. So we got to go through frame by frame, per usual. It's very important, so that we can figure things out. Oh, there's an ad break happening right now. Also, why is a little bit of armpit for a sec? Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you people? You're so obsessed about very specific things like toes and armpits. What's going on here? What's happening? Why are we like this, fam? Come on now. Come on. Um oh my gosh, why is this my YouTube stream is apparently currently private, which does not help anything. Sorry. Don't know how that happened. Um but I fixed that. Um You're a lesbian, bitch. You're a lesbian. Why are you? Why are you getting all up in their armpits? Oh, what are you doing? Uh, I always speak truth. This is just facts about me. I did end up feeling I think there were parts of ceremony I had to get used to. Um Although I think overall I was they were not the same parts that most people struggled with. By the way, I am going to be eating this jello with a fork. So you know. Armpit jealousy? No, I don't. Why would I be jealous of people? I don't want people looking at my armpits. I don't want hot armpit. This isn't armpit jealous. This is armpit. I'm so sorry for anybody who was at ads who came back to me having to defend myself against armpit jealousy propaganda. I Is that your problem? Are you weird about their feet and armpits and toes because you don't like men? So you've just found like features that are somewhat similar. We're not no. I'm no, I'm not getting into this. This is beyond this is beyond what is appropriate for my sanity. Um we're moving on. We're going back to our unhinged lore board. And we're going back to uh 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 this music video. Jesus Christ. Um okay. First of all, incredible transitions. Love Felix's hair, love Felix's arms. This looks so much like Spotify Naver Felix. Did they see Spotify Naver Felix and go like, actually that's exactly right? Is that what happened there? This has nothing to do with unhinged lore theory crafting. Um this is this is just me having curiosities about stuff. No, now I need to figure this out. Hold on. I have too many tabs open, but I've got this. I'm gonna figure it out. Um, uh, Felix, Spotify, Naver, images. I'm just emotionally. He did not have nearly that much black in his hair. I have no visual recollect. Okay, so I wasn't the only one. New branch of lore tree Spotify. Oh no. No, okay. There was, but it just wasn't nearly as much black in there uh as it emotionally felt like there was. I think we just had such a crash out about it that it felt like there was, but I could see how maybe this was inspired. Like I could see them seeing that and going like, actually that's pretty dope. Um like let's do something like that. I could fully see that happening. Also, can we talk about the gender in this video? There's a lot of gender happening in this video. I noticed a lot of gender. Did I notice the plot of this video? Absolutely not. I have no idea what happened, but I did notice the gender. Okay? We've got Felix gender. Even IN has a little bit of gender here. Han and Hyunjin both had a lot of gender. I was gonna say even Chan had some gender, but no, this is still very like just like masking kind of femme clothes, which is great. We love that. But this is a gender. This is one gender. This is still one gender. Uh, a great fucking shirt though. Like, great shirt, great vaguely kinkwear esque vest, whatever's going on there. Do I know that it's kinkwear? No, I don't even know, but it has the vibe. Oh no, you see enough kinkwear in it. It has the vibe. So does that. Wow. Bonchan, stop. Stop with the chains, mate. Or don't. None of this has to do with lore. We've got some wolf ganging happening here. See those nails. So a little bit of like that both wolfiness and the maybe we got a bit of a railway vibe somewhere too. I think something that's kind of interesting is if you look at his jewelry, we've got some symmetry in his jewelry too, which I think is kind of an interesting thing with the like shapes are very important here, and like what is symmetrical and asymmetrical is very important in this music video. And so I think it's kind of fun that they even have this symmetry on his like styling. Yeah, let's see that. I think that shot might have shown it better. Yeah, like having the two brow piercings. I think that's fun. Okay, so we've got we're gonna have to add okay, unhinged lore board. We're going to have to add some lines, which is great. Not line. Do I know what animals things are? God, listen, I'm very tired. I have a sinus infection. Like I said, today's episode was sponsored by Shitty Space Buns and uh not putting on makeup. Tigers. Um so we're gonna have to add tigers, which is great because we already have crows. And I like that they're adding the tiger motifs to along with the crow motifs because that's No by Born to I'm sorry, Zareth, I don't understand that joke. I understand you're making a joke. Is that a fan fiction? Are you making a fan fiction joke at me right now? Did you just make a fan fiction joke on my Twitch channel about a specific fan fiction as though I would know your specific fan fiction that you are referencing? Is that what you just did to me, Zare? Bruh. I'm gonna crash out and it's not gonna be about Stray Kids. It's gonna be about my fucking Twitch followers. Run it. We don't have a tigers motif yet. I know that there are tigers. I think Miro has them, right? I don't think we had enough really to have a motif board. For those of you who don't know, tigers and crows are quite big as part of Korean mythology and like iconography. So it's meaningful to have both of those things. Lots of tigers in concept photos, less in music videos. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of tigers in concept photos. I don't think we've run into as many in music videos. Obviously, I'd have to go through and check, and we, in our unhinged lore analysis streams, have not gotten super far in. I mean, I think we've gotten up to I want to say the mixtapes. I want to say we've gotten up to mixtape O. Um uh 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 so, you know, it may be, I think that there were, I want to say there were tigers in ceremony also. Like, I think that there have been others, just haven't seen as many. Anyway, so the crow or magpie like versus tiger dichotomy thing. I think a lot of people started to learn about this with K-pop Demon Hunters. Um, um, but these are like very famous iconography um, uh, that sometimes play together, sometimes don't play together as much. Um, okay, listen, I don't care how many people agree with your unhinged toe analysis, Potato. That doesn't make it more hinged. What about stays have made you think that just because they agree with your toe analysis, that it's what that makes it more reasonable or well adjusted? Come on now. You're right. You're not alone. I'm not surprised that multiple people are doing this, but you know, just I'm not gonna go deep into the. I want to do a little bit more research on like when I'm actually looking at things before I like try to explain things that I don't actually feel super super duper confident on. Now that I think about it, but we've got that. So we've added that to our unhinged lore board. Um, let's continue. Now that I've yelled at Potato some more. Okay. What do we have going on here? So we've got. Trying to look at the style. Singman's styling is incredible, and I do love that they're so frequently starting him off in songs. Somebody help me. What animal is this? Rather, I like it's. I guess some kind of feline, but I don't. Does anyone know what specific animal this is? Um. God, I really love his styling. It's really nice. I like the. Okay, I wanted to get a better look at his claws. Okay, okay. So those are. I couldn't tell if it was meant to look like in like kind of like an inky like coming up the arm type of thing, or if it's meant to look like more physical claws type of thing. And it looks like, oh, okay, a leopard. Okay, I didn't think it was a bird. I mean, I guess it could be. Oh, do you think it's a? Okay, so I had someone say bird and someone say leopard, and I'm not quite sure which of you. I think I'm going with leopard based on this. Listen, I really don't trust my deductive skills all the time, but I think I'm going with leopard. Um. Okay, yeah, I just really wanted to see what those claws looked like. Um, okay. I really like, obviously there's like an obviousness to the black and white um dichotomy and duality. I love the fact that they have they have the clothing of the black and white, but they also have the hair that's inversed, um which I think is super cool. um that's just a really fun little, especially when we're thinking about like that yin and yang concept. um so like they're not fully opposing forces, like there are parts of each other and each other. I think that that's very that's very fun, that's very cool. What I also like is that we don't actually really see them fighting each other. The antagonistic force that we actually see against Sigmin here is the environment, not Chan. Oh god, that's so beautiful. Um it's really gorgeous. There is something railway-ish about I know I saw people bringing up railway with some of the styling of the dancers. Um really beautiful. Okay, right, and we're back on gender for a moment. Hold on, we got back on gender for a moment. Um, Hyunjin's giving us gender again, which is very exciting. I'm just very excited to get back to gender Hyunjin. Timestamp for what? For the leopard? Um, it's 38 seconds. I think that what you're getting, I actually understand why you said burb. And it's because of the little bit of reflection from the nose there looks kind of like a beak, but that is fur, not feathers. Right? Oh my gosh. We're like, we're getting like 2021 Hyunjin back here. 2020, 2021 Hyunjin. That's very exciting for me. I've been yearning for this day to return to me, and I'm so happy that it's here. This looks like a very complicated top to put on. This looks like one of those things that you put on that you want to scream kind of every time you put it on, but you're like, it looks hot, so you just keep doing it regardless. Um that's how I feel about that top, but it's very pretty. And I'm loving the little mini, I don't know, tiara headband thing, whatever. Point is, we're getting gender Hyunjin, and I love gender Hyunjin. I have many feelings about gender Hyunjin. Um, it's the long and short of it. He looks so good, and they really, I feel like they really learned from our deep love of the cunty gloves. This might have been filmed before. I think this was filmed before the cunty gloves. Maybe, I don't know. But while it's not gloves, it's very close to the cunty gloves, and I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. They look like the cunty gloves. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad we all agree that his fit is incredible, and I really just want There's no Reaper Lee No in the. Okay, I didn't see the Reaper Lee No in the official music video. Okay, that means the trailer is important because it confirmed my very important Reaper Lee No theory. Where with the it was very important that I had that confirmed for me because I've been saying that for 10 months and you all know how I feel about being right about stupid asinine bullshit. Like, do you see how unhinged this is? There's a reason it's called an unhinged lore board. The fact that I'm right about any of this is like a blessing from the universe. Okay, we've got moon lore. Moon lore. Love the moon lore. It actually could also be like a. I mean, I assume it's like I assume that that's an eclipse. Um. Oh, do we have another useless belt on Lee? No, I didn't notice the useless belt. Uh, it could be more useless. I think it's fine. Sometimes you wear a belt around your waist as an accessory and like it helps pin things down and it's not that useless. Oh god, I really love the incorporation of martial arts. Um uh and I really want some folks who know more about martial arts to give me more information about some of the martial arts stuff. Um uh because I both love the fact that it's in so much of the dancing. Like it's very consistent and it's so beautifully crafted with the dancing. Like it is very beautifully connected. And of course, seeing Felix being able to do that kind of move again is really lovely. I'm really hoping that what that means is that, you know, he spent a year in like really deep rehabilitation and um like is feeling better and that doesn't, you know, has an amount of remission at this point that maybe is not permanent, but like at least that's my hope, right? Obviously that's very much speculation and we don't really know much and it's not really our business to know much, but just as somebody else with a lot of chronic pain-based disabilities, it's definitely meaningful to see Felix be able to do that kind of move again. um I'm very curious to see what this will look like being performed live. Very curious. Oh, that is such a beautiful. I mean, the shots are really gorgeous. I also really like again, we've got this like mixing of the um of that duality in each sector. I think it's sort of interesting that we at this point like don't really know what they're like running towards. But God, it's such a beautiful. I could watch this over and over and over and again. I could watch just this. Just it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. You're right. Like there does the eclipse fully set in this music video? If it doesn't, that leads me to think that Reaper Lee No will appear in another music video with the full eclipse. Maybe. I guess we'll find out by the end of this video if the eclipse fully sets in. Rana is Giant's older butch lesbian sister in my headcanon. You're right, though. No, you don't. That doesn't need to be a headcanon. That's just facts. It is. That's just correct. That's just factually how it goes. Rana is Giant's older butch lesbian sister. Is it butch? Is it butch? I don't know that it's a butch lesbian. I don't know that I know that. I don't know that I agree that it's a butch lesbian. Um, but it is like a maybe like a little bit of like a slightly more punk lesbian. It might be a mask. Yeah, maybe just a mask lesbian. Like I think it's a mask lesbian who like still does a lot of makeup, if that makes sense, you know? Sorry, I lost my tab. Do. Hi. Okay, I was about to be real upset if I didn't get more of Binny's leg wear. The lighting shift is fun. Is this now? I know a lot of these things are related iconograph iconographically iconic I I icon iconon iconographically motifically motifically is the word now, BT dubs. um Motifically to Korean art. I don't have the thread pulled up that goes into some of them, and I don't know how many of them are and aren't. So I don't know if that big dome-esque thing is like important iconography um or not. Um, that is a question I would have, and perhaps one day we will get an analysis video by some people who are properly skilled in Korean art history. Or I will do some more research at some point, which is also very possible. Now, I am trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't know if I feel like with this type of music video, every single thing that exists, I'm wondering if there is a reference that I'm missing, because I do not have the skills in the Korean culture, fashion, art, history, etc. So all of these styling things I'm curious about. But yes, Biddy does seem to be wearing whether it's an asymmetrical, because he has a hand in his pocket, and so I can't tell. Hold on. I can't tell if he's like holding up. I think it's a half. Okay, I don't think it's a skirt. I think okay, so what I'm seeing is that I think that these are pants that he has his pocket in, and then what we're seeing as an asymmetric skirt is either like a half skirt or some type of wrapping, because you see that fold there. I think that's the underside of this wrap, and then this is the pocket of the pants, to the folks talking about Vinny's pants. on Twitch right now. I think that that's what we're seeing there. Yeah, see, like Felix is up higher than usual. That was something I noticed on that first listen through, is that Felix is higher up than normal, which is lovely. And also, can we talk about Lix's styling? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? What? The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What are they doing to me, and why? Why? Why are they doing it? What are they doing, and why are they doing it to me? This is unfair. This is cruel and unusual punishment to my soul. Do you see that little braid? The little, I don't even know what the fuck the silver shit in his hair is. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. It is emotionally a problem, though. Come on now. Come on. Like, what is that in your hair? What have they done to you? I don't know, but it's very effective to hurting my soul. That is some heavy. I mean, that wouldn't be hair tinsel. I don't think that would be thick ass hair tinsel, but it might be like tinsel. It could be Christmas tinsel. I don't know. They could have just grabbed some fucking Christmas tinsel and stuffed it in Felix's hair. Stylists do weirder shit. Yeah, this is just so gorgeous. I really like that they're they're all really pushing themselves with the dancing. Like, what is this thing that's on? Because it's not on the pedestal from the other direction. Why does it show up and leave and then show up and leave? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to analyze that. I don't really know what it is. But like I was even watching that and thinking like that feels like a much more contemporary like dance move than a lot of what we get. And I am really curious about what these end up looking like on stage and what they end up doing on stage. Yeah, so I know that like all of these, like a lot of these at least, have deep connections to specific pieces of art and mythology. I mean, obviously, you know, I think like this one isn't subtle to a lot of folks, but like yeah. Yeah, like, are we gonna see Han do this? I don't know. I want to know. Do we get to see that? I don't know. This is. Please, I can't. The gender. The gender. We're just getting everything from this Hyunjin. Just everything from him, you know, from them. This is big them energy. I can't decide that this is him energy. I don't think these lyrics take a lot of analysis. I'm going to be honest. I love the tone. Oh yeah, no, that image is meant to be reference to uh Torsten's. I meant I wasn't talking about that one. Um like I don't know, at least to me he sounds more comfortable in this like vocal area that he's in. God, the stylists absolutely killed it in this video. Like, what are we? This is this like half cape thing that's happening is emotionally devastating. Oh, it's been a while since we saw Hyunjin in a half cape thing. It's like not even, it's just like an arm cape. I don't know what it is. It's weird as shit. I don't care though, because it's perfect. Come on. Like, this is so good. It's so gotta be you indeed, my dude. There's something very similar to there's something that's really reminding me of some of his moves with in Play with Fire actually, and maybe that's just the half cape. I don't know. Um, there's something like a combination of yeah. This is devastating. This shirt is unacceptable. I do I have other thoughts? Again, like Felix is also pitched up a little bit here too, so I think that that's sort of interesting. Uh this styling is so terrible for my mental health. Like, oh my god, what is he wearing around his neck? Bro, I can't do Hyunjin gender follow by Felix gender, you know? Like that's really unfair. Right? Like this is unfair. Hyunlik's having established rap verses. Feels like they swapped the usual Hani and Binny rap time of most Skiz songs, gave it to Hyunlik's. I feel like they just moved where it is. Like I don't feel like we actually got very much Hyunjin in this. I don't know. I'd have to like spend a little bit of time with the actual like breakdowns, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's just because this is a little they have a little bit more dedicated time. But yeah, you're right that I was I think it was kind of fun that they put Han and Changbin so late in the song because it is a little bit surprising based on what we're used to from Skiz. And so I appreciate that they are trying to change up their own sound a little bit. Which you know they're often doing, but like they still often have a very like Skiz way of doing things, and I feel like there's some change up in their Skiz way of doing things, which is kind of fun. Um, Hi there, friend. I hope that you are safe with your mother. Um, at this point, I am afraid I do not have the ability to provide you much help in this situation and context. But I hope that you talking to your mother um, has put you in a safer situation because we would like you to be in a safe situation and not a dangerous situation. And I hope that your life is in a better moment than it was before that. And I hope that you are in a safe place. That is okay. Um, and that you have some appropriate coping uh, strategies in place. Um, right. So, Felix,
Feel me 전부 다 챙겨 그 많은 부분 전부 take it again and again 여태까지 그래왔던 것처럼 we're gonna make it
don't. Okay, hold on. Did y'all see that face he made? Because I feel like I saw a face he made and it wasn't a face he's allowed to make at me. This one. Okay, I didn't make it up. He's not allowed to look like this at me. You know? That's not. It's not allowed. God, I hope their live performance video includes flucking. I'm sorry, I just needed to have a bit of a crisis about the word flucking. Um, I don't even remember. I hope we get fucking floor work, is what I was going to say about in our live performances. If we get floor work like this in our live performance, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to die. I am going to, on the spot, fall into an irrecoverable coma. Okay? And it will be very traumatic for Bong Chan. Because he will simply, from the stage, watch somebody fall into an irrecoverable coma just very suddenly from the back of the pit. And we already know he has too much trauma about people collapsing in the pit. And it's going to be terrible. It's just, so maybe they shouldn't do that. That tangent went real wild. That tangent really, that tangent really went off the rails. And I'm so sorry for that. I'm doing a terrible job at lore analysis. I don't know enough about this lore. We do have ink. Which obviously, okay, okay, hold on. Horse. I haven't seen any horses yet. Have we seen any of these other things? Strangely, no, which is interesting. We do have moon lore. I'm gonna have to think about if there's any portals. Wow. No washing machines. Oh, we do have angsty boys fighting, question mark. So, that's something. Oh, we don't really know if they're fighting each other, though. They might just be fighting the world. It's a little bit difficult to say. So Thunderous storyline. Oh, that's right. I wanted to bring up Double Knot at some point. We'll bring up Double Knot when I refind what it was I wanted to bring up Double Knot in reference to. So Thunderous storyline. I think Divine is part of the Thunderous storyline. Which would make this part of the Thunderous storyline as well. God, where the fuck? There we go. But let's pull up our ink motif, because I know we got that in Divine, obviously. I need to double check where else we got that, if anywhere else. Divine. I just made it. No. God damn it. Where did it go? Divine. Oh, I guess we did see horses in the historical artwork we saw. Um, I does that count? I guess. I guess it does because horse is such a fucking thing. Maybe horse has always been a Korean iconography thing and we just didn't notice until now. So fine, I'll fucking count horse. Fuck. You all know how I feel about the fact that horse is in my fucking motif playlist. And by all, I mean the handful of people who have seen me go on my uh horse. Fine, fucking horse. God, I really love. Ooh, hold on. Where was Sungmin in? This is so interesting. Where is he in this shot? Is he in this shot or not? I don't think he actually is. Okay, I thought he would be, but I don't think he actually is in this shot. I do find this really interesting actually, like with the escape stage performance. Hey, don't eat jello with a fork, by the way. It doesn't work. It's not an effective method of jello consumption. I know that seems obvious, and it is, and I knew that, but it's even less effective than I thought it would be. They just dropped 3 dance challenge shorts. Yeah, that fucking tracks. Yeah, I know you made a post about the historical pieces. And I don't have that post on me right now. Yes, I know about the hidden horses. We've found multiple hidden horses. There's Chronosaurus. There's one in my pace. There's obvious horses as well. There's a lot of horses, actually. Horses is a very common recurrent motif. Just this shirt. Feel it. I'm way too distracted by Felix's hair shirt combination to be useful. Okay, now they're all in black. I do think that I don't know how much it matters who's in which color. I'm like trying to determine if it does matter or if it doesn't matter because of that point of the that it's not a dichotomy but it is a duality, that it's not meant to be two like seemingly irreconcilable forces, but it is meant to be talking about like that is the whole thing with that like I think uh I think a lot of folks, because of how like yin and yang have been misappropriated conceptually, I think that it's often seen as dichotomies, as like irreconcilable forces, rather than complementary forces, right? That like sort of manage and create and like both exist together, um and is a little bit like almost uh what is the term that I'm looking for, shit. Uh, uh, um, it's the whole. There's like a God. I hate when I can't think of the Gestalt. Sorry, I had to like re-looking up. Yeah, it's like a full form of therapy that I like practice. My brain only every time I try to think of like Gestalt processing, my brain only will think of Escher for some reason. I don't know why my brain only thinks of Escher when I try to think of Gestalt, but that idea is that like of the whole being greater than the sum of its parts, sort of thing. Uh, um, so I don't know that it matters necessarily when they're in white and when they're in black. It might though. I just haven't like conceptualized it about enough. Okay, we're back at the post-apocalyptic. Where is my post-apocalypse? Post-apocalypse. Part of the storyline as well, which we really like quadrupled down on with Do It. And obviously Run It is a follow-up of both Do It and Divine. I don't think Divine had the post-apocalypse, if I recall correctly, but I need to double check. God, I love that they're having. I love whenever they have Felix a little bit more on the melodic side. I could rewatch so many of these parts so many times. Okay, what the fuck is going? What the absolute motherfuck is going on here? This is like 1 second of the most unhinged. What kind of birds are these? Why they be like that? Like what is what is this? What's happening? Why is it happening? There's so little of it and it's so insane. I Are these like fucking what kind of birds even are these? Are they meant to be a kind of bird or is it just it could also just be weird metal, honestly. Like what is happening? What is this? Why is it? I've got question, comments, and concerns. All I know is that birds are not supposed to act like that. Birds not supposed to bird like that. Why the birds birding like that? Come on now. If anyone has any answers about these birds, please provide insight. Hey, no, I wanted to see the styling, actually, thank you. Because we're now back at the beginning of the music video styling. And I wanted to see more of that. I was right, it is super, like, kink adjacent. I don't know why they keep putting Chan into kinkwear. His claws are gone, though, but he's still got these weird, like, nail art type thing. Are his claws supposed to be gone? What happened to your claws, baby? Oh, maybe these are like their city outfit, right? Because they're in a city now. So this is okay, so we've got of course we've got two versions of them again. God fucking damn. Will we ever get a music video again where there is only one version of Stray Kids in that music video? Or are there just simply too many versions of Stray Kids in the lore now for us to live that dream? I don't know. What I do know is that I really like these jackets. Oh, Lee Nose is like semi sheer. Is it all sheer a little bit? Oh, I think it is. Oh, that's fun. I like that. I like that little lingerie esque robe. Okay, right. So when I saw this in the trailer, I actually wanted to bring up because I was sort of curious. District 9 music video. No, not District 9. That's wrong. District 9 trailer? No, god damn it. I am not trailer. I forgot District 9 is the actual movie. Where is there?
They say people are born different. But why does it feel like we're the same? Us brainwashed into the same system.
Where is this? Isn't none of this is what I want. Where is Felix? A glitch. None of these. This is what I want. Here we go. Okay. I was trying to remember what he actually did in that sequence because I did not remember. But it was not as relevant as I thought. Oh, who's Yoon Galaxy? Yoon is a guy who rose to popularity doing a lot of like teaching Korean stuff. And now he's just a very popular dude who teaches about Korean things. I don't know. He's a guy on Threads. I'm just gonna stand up. I'm putting my hands up. 저 하늘 향해서. We're rising the fade out. Across the world spread out. If you feel. It is really wonderful to see Felix being able. And now I do know that yes, there is a body double in the dual sequence, but the singular sequence. So in this sequence, it's a body double, but in this sequence, it is not a body double. This is not a body double. That is Felix. So this part, body doubles. This part, not. Let's just make sure that's clear. I'm putting my hands up, 저 하늘 향해서. We're rising the fade out, across the world spread out. If you feel it. I do like that all of Dance Racha gets a little Dance Racha moment. That kind of has their own stylistic tendencies on it, right? Like Hyunjin got his during his part, and Felix and Lee know. Fade Okay, yeah, we do get the completion of the eclipse here. Or at least it looks like it, yeah. Yeah, we do. Okay, more unhinged birds. God, that's just such a cool. I can't quite tell who that is. Is that Lino or no? Is that Ian? Who is that? I think it's Ian because I think that's after they they cover Lino or no. Hold on. I have no visual recollect. What is he wearing here? I'm having a really hard time saying. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so we're back at some of the do it stuff. For people who were curious about the Hangul, it's just the alphabet, is my understanding. Dance challenge videos really give you a good look at the costumes. Okay, I'll take a look at them in a moment. I really do like this Han Binny combo moment. I really like that they've got a lot of good combos vocally in this, and I'm a big fan. Yeah, and then we've got the same thing here that we have like this symmetry asymmetry thing. I feel like the unhinged birds thing. That also looks kind of railway-esque, but that could also just be, I don't know. Why is the lore in this damn group so completely unmanageable? So I guess that they've like started to bring life back to the city, that like they had implied that they were starting to bring life back to it during Do It. Maybe they're like going through this post-apocalyptic world and like trying to revive it. I think that this will be fun to watch in conjunction with Double Knot, whenever I decide to do that, because obviously Double Knot is about shoelaces, is about running. Um, there were birds in Do It. There were a number of birds in Do It, but they were all magpies, I believe. I believe all the birds in Do It were magpies. And I don't know what fucking type of weird ass pigeon ass birds these are that have been showing up. They're not magpies, I don't think. Um yeah, those aren't magpies, I don't think. I mean, they might be, and they're just weirdly reflective, but I don't think those are magpies. Yeah, so we've got this like more symmetrical building here, and then this one over here where it's only like half of that. Anyway, I think it'll be fun to watch in conjunction with Double Knot, because Double Knot is them like starting to like go on this run, and then they're running it. Listen. I don't know if I'm cringing at them or at me. I'm cringing at someone. Let's watch these fucking dance shorts. Fine, let's do it. God damn it. This is no, what I'm cringing at is the fact that they are ruining words for me. Like, I say let's do it so fucking much, and now I can't anymore because I always think about do it. And now every time I think about running, which, like, yes, we had runners high, which was sriracha, and we had runners. But runners, first of all, runners and run it is different. One, runners, they seem to release it and then immediately forget it existed, which is unfortunate because it's a great song. But two, I can't stop myself from making like bad jokes about it, you know? Stray Kids shorts. I assume that these, okay, yeah. Oh, good. I love, yes, these outfits are much more obvious. I don't need captions on for this, actually. How do I turn captions off on it? There we go. Yeah, Giant and Run It definitely sit at the same table. Also, what do you mean I can't do frame by frame on shorts? I'm gonna lose it. The next one better be lose it, right? We've got do it, run it, lose it. If we're going to, if we're, yes, there are lots of cities. There's lots of city things. Cities are a big thing, but there are different cities in different scenarios. So the Miro city was its own reality. They sort of go over this in the in the video that Chan made, presumably because Stace couldn't figure out the lore. The one before Levanter, that was like the catch up until now. None of y'all motherfuckers are right about anything. They sort of said that like Miro was a place that they left, right? So we left Miro. A good long minute ago. Oh no, I'm sorry, not before Levanter, after Levanter. Before God's Menu. They did a whole like the lore until now video. And so Miro is a place that they were and they left. They didn't like it. It was too full of corruption. And then when the moons rejoined and like they understood reality or whatever, when they left that sort of universe, so Miro's behind us. The post-apocalypse world, I think, is a different universe, or it's what happened as they started breaking down the multiverses. I'd have to go through the newer videos with my unhinged lore analysis to remember. But we're watching these shorts. I really, really like when any combination of dance sriracha have shorts of dancing together. It makes me very happy. Lix's outfit, once again, phenomenal. I really, really like the rope tassel thing. I'm really impressed with the amount of dedication that he's put into his body and his strength. Oh my gosh. Han is covered in tassels. I'm sorry, those have got to be annoying as fuck to dance with. I don't know, maybe he can't really feel them. Honestly, the pants might be thick enough that he doesn't really feel them too much. I don't know, but that just seems annoying. Han's amount of tassels. I like this formation they have going here. Jung-chan reel. I'm glad they did not force Seungmin to do one of these. Although I think that he should get his own, where he's just like doing silly little like not even actual like upper body movements, just like has two plushies. I think he should get his own where he has like two plushies that he has like dancing with each other as his short. I think he's earned that. Also, this looks like a fishing net. I don't think it is a fishing net, but you see what I'm saying, right? Add it to the fishing part of the unhinged lore. I want his shirt. Where can I get... Somebody tell me where to acquire Pang Chan's shirt. I want that shirt. It's a really fucking good shirt. It's just a really good shirt. I'm definitely supposed to be paying attention to their dancing and not their styling, but like the style, like the... listen, the stylists just killed it, right? Like they just really... They did a really good job. Okay. You're right. Seungmin should do a hand puppet short. You're completely accurate. That's just factually true sentences. That was a really bad unhinged lore analysis. I spent a lot of time going like, I don't know enough about like what is and isn't Korean art history. And a lot of time talking about how much the styling hurt me. Now, did the styling hurt me as much as Xlov's videos do? No, but that's not possible. Right? We can't hold any group up to the crash out standards that Xlov gives me. It's not possible. It's not possible. Even Lee Felix does not have that level of gay gender. And he's not going to. At least not anytime soon. I still have a sinus infection. I won't go back to bed. It was a good music video. I'll watch it more times, and maybe I need to rewatch Do It, and I want to rewatch Double Knot with it. But I think that that's maybe on the docket for next time I do an unhinged lore analysis stream. I know it's been a minute since I did one of those, but it might be about time. Yes, I do need to still watch the trailer for this one as well. But why are 40 people following you from the Toes post? I don't need to know this. Yes, I'm gonna go eat. Have good lives and experiences. I plan on talking to you all on Fridia when I have to plan whatever my next reaction series is going to be. if people have thoughts about my next like formal reaction series, I think for kids' rooms, we're going back. We can either continue in reverse chronological order and go back to the. I don't think we have many left. We really don't have many left. We have the original 2 kids' rooms and we have the original 1 kids' rooms, I think. Um, but I'll do one of those. Maybe I'll go all the way back to whatever the first 1 kids' rooms we've got is on Freedia. Uh, yes, probably. If you're in the Discord, we're going to try to figure out what types of comeback activities we want to be doing. It looks like a lot of people have already voted. If you're not in the Discord, you can be in the Discord. We're currently voting on what types of comeback activities people want. It does look like we'll probably set up some type of combination of comeback stuff. Obviously, comeback proper won't really start until, I mean, I want to say the first concert, right? Like, obviously, we're not quite it, but comeback proper won't. I don't know if they're going to be doing any promotional activities for Run It between now and the concert. I guess we'll find out. This is pretty atypical of Skiz to do pre-releases, so I'm not quite sure what their plan is for it. But we'll try to set up some things in the Discord for comeback stuff over the next couple of weeks. So if you're not in the Discord, it's on links in places. And you can join it, or you don't have to. I don't know. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Night night, darlings. Love you very, very much. See you soon.